welcome back to episode 2 in my Old Country Soul mini-series. I hope you're all enjoying the single out there. You can download it now on iTunes, Apple Music, and you can stream and add it to your Spotify playlist. Now, tonight, it's not only a chance to be able to chat music, but it's also a chance to be able to catch up with some mates that we haven't been able to see for months now and to check on how everyone's doing. And I know for me, I've really missed the stage and being able to perform live. But I've also missed that social part as well. Being able to catch up with my fellow artists and friends at festivals, and also those familiar faces that you see out in a crowd all the time and that we now no longer get to see. But they're a part of your musical family. And I can honestly say some of the best people I've ever met in my life is through music. And tonight, I thought it'd be lovely to catch up with one of my favourite ladies. My guest is one of the loveliest people you could ever meet. We were both special guests on Lee's 25th anniversary tour, and I thoroughly enjoyed doing some shows with her. Tania is also a patron of the Riding for the Disabled Association of Australia, where her song When I Ride is actually the national theme song for the organisation. Now, the Kernaghans do a lot of projects and a lot of work for charities that are often behind the scenes. And last episode, we spoke to her brother Lee. So I thought this episode, we'll keep things going with the beautiful Tania Kernaghan. Hey Tania, thanks for joining me.
Hey Christie, congratulations on the brand new single, Old Country Soul. I just love the title.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I thought it'd be nice to catch up with our mates. This is our way of catching up these days and talk music and life. And I wanted to chat with a few people that I've worked with over the years and see what everyone's opinions are on what they think Old Country Soul means. To me, it's a lot of different things, but what does Old Country Soul mean to you?
Well, I was thinking about that, and it to me it conjures up, really traditional country and songs from the heart.
Yes.
And I was thinking, you don't have to be in the country, or country is not necessarily a landmark. I think country is in your heart, and for me that's how it works. And it doesn't matter where I go around the country or around the world. I feel like I've got country running through my blood 24/7.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, I think Old Country Soul takes me straight back to, the music that I grew up with, the likes of Patsy Cline, Loretta Lynn, all those great country female artists from the 70s and the 80s.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because this is episode 2 now. Episode 1, we had your brother Lee. So I'm wondering, how your answers are going to compare, obviously having a similar upbringing. So it's funny, he mentioned the Willie Nelsons and the males, and now you're talking about the girls as well. So it's interesting. And I think for me, Old Country Soul also encompasses our morals and our values and what makes us who we are. And I think that starts from childhood and those early years. So I was wondering, do you have a story about those early years or in your childhood where something's really resonated with you and those values are still with you today as a person?
Yeah, without a doubt. And I think I attribute it to touring with Mum and Dad when we were little kids back in the 70s. And we had the privilege of, and some of your viewers might know of Rick and Thel Carey. They were like the pioneers of country music. You put them in the same genre or ilk as, Slim Dusty, Buddy Williams, Tex Morton, all of those greats. And as little kids, we got to travel around Australia with Mum and Dad as Dad was performing on the Rick and Thel country music show.
Yep. And
we got to see a lot of Australia and meet an incredible, diverse range of people. Spent a lot of times in remote areas of rural Australia, and they did a lot of shows in Aboriginal missions as well. And seeing that from a young age, I think it gave us, or gave me in particular, a real love and appreciation of our country and the people in it.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the values started from an early age of the importance of what a great country we have and the people that really make up this great nation.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm wondering if it's going to be your parents or you're going to bring in another answer. You might surprise me. I don't know. But what influenced you to take up a country music career as an artist and become all the things that being an artist entails?
Yeah, well, when I was in high school, all my friends were asking me what uni I was going to apply for,
Yeah.
and like you got to let me set up the picture for you because I spent grade 8 on tour with mum and dad, singing 6 nights a week on stage.
Yeah.
Singing songs like "Satin Sheets" and that old Loretta Lynn song. If you're looking at me, you're looking at country.
Mm-hmm.
That was my theme song for a good chunk of my teenage years.
Yeah.
So when I said to the kids, well, I want to be a country music singer, they all laughed and thought, but what do you really want to do? What's your real job?
Yeah. Yeah.
That is just, I never had a plan B. I always wanted to be in music. I loved singing. I loved entertaining. And probably because I didn't have a backup plan, I had to make plan A work. So it's a few years ago now. And, if I look back, I'd probably do it all again, just the same.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Has there been any particular people, Loretta Lynn would be one, that has inspired you, not just musically, but has touched your soul as well?
Yeah, well, musically, of course, the greats, the Patsies and the Lorettas and people like that. And even Dolly Parton to an extent. I've read a lot about her and her charitable work that she's done over the years.
Yeah.
I think, and you would feel the same way being an artist and the way that you affect people and touch people's hearts, that in ways that you don't have any idea about, but in a lot of cases. But I think it's really important with what you give back in anything in life, in any career. It's really important what you can give to people, not so much what you can take.
Yeah.
And probably, my mum has always been a great influence, mum and dad, as far as people. My mum's got the greatest heart and full of generosity, and always that motto about going out and helping someone who's worse off than you. So I think it's really important to carry those traditions and those values throughout your career and your day-to-day life as well.
Yeah, definitely. And I want to touch on that. You've talked about the heart now, and I think we're in some quite troubling times. The world's never seen a pandemic like this before, and as artists we can't be out on the road to reach people, but is there a way you think still as artists that we can give out our country soul and our kindness to those who need it most right now?
Yeah, I think, social media is fantastic. It's a really great way to connect, and I've probably ramped it up a whole lot more in the last 6 or 7 months with social media and being able to contact people that way and stay in touch. But I think as an artist, it's very important to keep producing music and getting it out there to radio. Radio is still playing music, still supporting Australian country. And, like yourself, you've got new music coming out and someone sitting at their kitchen table listening to their radio and hearing your song come on the radio, it gives them great comfort and great connection to you, even though you can't be in the same room together.
Yeah. And I mean, you've probably had some of the biggest tour experience of anyone in this country and going around this country. So you've probably got many stories, but is there at least one that you could share with us about a certain town or a place or a group of people that have really connected with you?
Yeah, for sure. I love going into the outback. It's one of my favourite places of Australia. And rural communities, because they always make you feel so welcome. Yeah. And it doesn't matter where you're from, what colour you are, what nationality, you're always welcome in the outback. Yeah. And I've done a lot of work over the years with Outback Queensland Tourism, which I sit on their board and ambassador for regional Queensland. Yeah. And it really amazes me that they are sometimes the folks that are the most hard done by, because they are farming communities generally. Yeah. And they always have this motto about, well, there's always someone worse off than me, when you want to give them a bit of a handout. Mm-hmm. And I think that's really important to take back to the cities and to the metropolitan areas. There's always someone worse off than yourself. Definitely. So I find that the Outback Queensland, outback Australia. Those folks are the most inspiring for me. And, that's why it's so easy to write about them too. Because, you feel so connected with them.
Yeah, definitely. So does that mean you've been busy writing music in this isolation, or have you picked up any new hobbies? What have you been up to?
Yeah, well, I have. In fact, this little piano sitting behind me.
I was eyeing that off. I like it. We've got pianos in the room.
Yeah, I see that. Great. Well, this piano, I don't know if you can see, just along the keys here. This was the piano that Mum and Dad lay-byed for us kids when we were I think Lee was 11, and we learnt to play piano on this. And there's nail polish on the keys where it's CD. What's that?
That was definitely Lee's fault.
Yeah. So Lee put that on the keyboards, and then he also was writing to Jerry Lee Lewis, and he put thumbtacks on the pads of the keys so they sounded honky tonk.
Oh,
so it's a bit out of tune at the moment, but this is the piano that Boys from the Bush was written on, and it's still in the family, which is pretty cool. But I've been using the guitar, and I got another piano off to the side there that's one that I write a lot of songs on. But definitely been writing more music in this downtime. But I've been so busy creating a thing called the TK Club through my website.
Yeah. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, so I thought, we have to do things differently and get to people and still keep connected. Yeah. And I can't see touring, like we used to, really happening for probably another 12 months or more. So I created this club called the TK Club, and in that club there's 7 different categories that I upload new content to every month in each category. Yeah. So there's stuff like, my Kernaghan family favourite recipes and, how they came about. There's studio sessions. There's this section. I'll have to get you onto it, actually. It's called Don't Bore Us, Give Us the Chorus. I think you'd be really great at it. We must do this sometime. So I've been, creating a lot of stuff like that. TK Adventures, which is stories about my work around Australia, touring, and also with the Caravan and Camping Show. I filmed for What's Up Down Under. I've been involved with them for about 10 years. So it's a whole bunch of stuff, big variety of content, and it's keeping me so busy uploading this and getting it all ready. And I've learned, it's been a huge learning curve, just learning how to edit and create and film and all that kind of stuff. But I'm loving every minute of it.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, I'm so happy you could find a little bit of time for me tonight. And it's been great to catch up, and hopefully it could be less than 12 months till we're out on the road, but we'll see how that goes. But hopefully we can catch up in person next time. Absolutely,
Christie. And hey, I just wanted to got a glass of champagne.
Oh, you came prepared.
Yeah, because it's all about you, and I just wanted to congratulate you on a great album and a fantastic song with Old Country Soul. I hope it goes to #1 and stays there for many, many months for you, mate. You deserve it.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I feel empty-handed now. I've normally got 5 more when you guys are around, but I'm prepared. Next time, in person.
Good luck, good health, and great successes coming your way, mate. All the best.
You too. Take care. Well, that was a lot of fun catching up with Tania tonight. I'll be back on Monday at 7 p.m. for our next episode. And my next guest is one of my favourite acts right now, who is going great guns in the charts. Can you guess who it is? Well, you'll have to tune in on Monday at 7 p.m. to find out. I will see you then. I got that old country